Hello, hello, hello. Sip0342. How's it going? 17 viewers. Nice, 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 nice. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're all doing well. Happy to hear it. I guess she doesn't want to come off for the camera. Thank you for the like. Very much appreciated. So here's a question for all of you. If you could go back in time to the year 2024, and make it so that, you know what, no, let's not get into that. See, someone took their like away. Perhaps you didn't like the question I had or the scenario I had thought up. But anyway, um what's going on with everyone? Am I famous? I wish. All the things I would do with that money, let me tell you. Let me tell you. I would do so much. I mean, I'd take care of myself first, but afterwards, I'd use whatever resources I had to better the world. Can I sub? Possibly. Possibly. Not right now, but maybe after the stream is done. Um. So things just keep getting darker and darker, don't they? I'm trying not to pay too much attention to what's going on because of my anxiety and whatnot, but you know, McKinley Beavers, how is it going? You look familiar. Or am I thinking of someone else? I think I'm thinking of someone else. I don't know who Jake Checked is, but, hello, Andrea Arredondo. Not sure if I pronounced that, correctly. Nice. Happy to hear it. Did I look for what? I'm on a phone, so unfortunately, it's not possible for me to sub to anyone while the stream is going. Thank you for the like. Very much appreciated. What to talk about? Okay, here's a fun one. What does everyone think is coming in the future? In the next, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. and beyond. What about Greenland? Robots? I doubt that. I mean, maybe there will be, what's the word? Wow. Me and words don't mix. Um, maybe they will have, designed, like, first drafts. AI is different from a machine, though. And as for AI, like, here's the thing that I think people need to realize about AI. It's not um only tied to to the United States. Every country is trying to learn how to use it in their own way. And other countries are not going to allow it to be unrestricted. Um so that whole fear about it taking over like Terminator, like Skynet, is just not realistic. I also don't think it's realistic for people to be so terrified about certain people having access to it and nobody else. Um, because regardless of what happens, the world is connected, um, and you can't just undo that. It's just not possible. Um, so I wish I made money doing this, but no, I would need a lot more subs. I would need probably thousands. Um, so what I would need is, let's see, it's a couple thousand watch hours. Um, and a certain number of subs. Yeah. But but um but um yeah, so this whole idea that AI is going to take over everything and ooh, it's the end of everything and blah 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 blah. It's not true. Because here's the reality. Um yeah, but that's not nearly enough. um like the only way that would happen is if my 270 subs decided they wanted to donate. And I mean, hey, if someone wants to, that's fine as long as they really want to, but I'm definitely not asking. Um but yeah, so it's not going to be the end all be all that so many people are terrified of. Um it's just another um technology that needs to be studied and mastered. And as I said, other countries are not going to be doing it the same way that it's being done here. And sooner or later, the United States will have to follow suit. They'll have to accept the rules of that those other countries have put in place, or be isolated. Um, what I think needs to happen, and I'm sure countries like Canada will do this, is teach their kids how to use AI, not just so that they're knowledgeable as to how um, to utilize it for certain purposes, but so that they can also tell the difference between what's AI and what isn't. That way, they can spot propaganda, and there won't be any need to worry about them falling for it. Um, it won't be possible to deceive them. Um, and another thing, at least this is what I think, is um, they'll want to they'll want to put certain laws in place to where AI can't be used to, let's say, make things easier. Um, for example, it won't be uh, it won't be able to be used for stealing one's likeness. Uh, so you won't be able to use it to uh, recreate the image and voice of an actor for movies. Um, you won't be able to use it to create music using the stylings of other artists. Um, you won't be able to use it to write books, right? There will be very strict rules and guidelines for how AI can be utilized in these other countries. And I am confident in this because, the United States is not the only country on the planet, nor is it the only powerful country on the planet. And as I said, I guarantee Canada is not going to be doing things that way. They're going to look at it and say, this is a potentially powerful tool that we do not want to pass up on, but we also don't want it being harmful. Um, and once that happens, the U.S. is going to have to follow suit, right? Like, doesn't matter what certain bigwigs want; they're going to have to go along with it. Especially once these fools are no longer in power. The next ones will basically have to accept that the ones at the top at the top of the pecking order are not us anymore. I believe the new world order is going to be China at the top, Canada slowly becoming the new United States in terms of the future leader of the free world. Um, I feel like I've said this before in a stream, but I also foresee Canada, you know, allying themselves more closely with China, but only for their own benefit. Like, they won't just take everything that China has and be, indebted to them and just be their customer, right? Like, they'll want to do their own thing. So I believe that what they'll be doing is acquiring enough electric vehicles to start, speeding up the process to make all their vehicles electric. Um, and, you know, probably studying the technology and building their own. Um, because that's honestly something that I think all this nonsense has proven is that if you want to get ahead and you want to support your people the best way, want to support your people, the best way to do it is to be self-serving, self self-sufficient. Um, you won't be able to do that completely, but we're definitely seeing how problematic it was for every country to be kind of locked to another, right? Um, and so, yeah, that's why I believe that Mark Carney and his people, their plan will be to, um, you know, engage in trade deals with China for now, but then later on build their own, electric cars. Um, Possibly build their own weapons, their own computer chips, that sort of thing. So yeah, that's what I think. Um, Hello, Naomi, Little John. How's it going? What else is there to talk about? You know, oh, robots. So the thing about robots that I don't think many people recognize is that building all those robots is not just going to take time, but it's also going to take money. And you want to make sure that they're adequate enough before putting them out. Um, and if you don't do that, they'll break down and other things. You just can't rush to building a future where robots handle everything, right? You need to make sure that your population are taken care of and that there's always opportunities for them, regardless of what the future, what may lie in the future. Um, so I think what'll happen with robots is that many countries will adopt laws stating that robots will just be there to serve as a tool, not as a replacer. Um, and I think Canada's definitely going to do this, going to do that. Um, so yeah, I'm not afraid of robots. Might be heading off soon. Yeah, probably gonna be heading. Yeah, probably gonna be heading off soon. But I want to thank you for dropping by for the stream. I'll try to do one tomorrow. If you like this conversation, either as a live contributor or somebody watching it after the fact, please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. And until the next one, I will see you later. Peace.